Hey guys, thank you for tuning in again. It's Wednesday morning here, March 3rd. A little behind on the videos, so we're going to do two videos in one day today, and that's going to be the Sun in Aries as well as Mars in Aries. So, two fiery planets in the fiery sign of Aries. So, let's start with the Sun. And the Sun in Aries, first of all, this is where the Sun is exalted. So it's a good spot for the Sun. It kind of varies depending on male or female. And, before we get into the Sun in Aries, let's first go over the Sun. The Sun is your true self, who you are as a person, how you respond to different situations in life. It's basically your zodiac sign. So you ever always hear that you're an Aquarius, I'm a Taurus, that. So that's because your sun sign probably is your most important sign. Um, but it's not as important as the sun is in real, in astronomy. The sun is everything, it provides life everywhere. It's not that important in astrology. It's probably the most important of all the planets, along with the moon and the rising sign, but it doesn't determine everything. It's your basic personality. So, having your sun in Aries, it's a very personal sign. So, the needs of yourself are more important than the needs of other people or other things. So, it comes across as kind of a selfish sun sign. And in personal relationships and romantic relationships, probably the most important thing is being in charge. So you look for that damsel in distress saying that you always hear. Um, that is what the Sun in Aries person usually seeks, whether it's male or female. The males usually feel like they need to court the female they're going after. And so they tend to go after, I don't want to say weak, but more shy, introverted, and passive females. And kind of the same with the Sun in Aries female. She tends to want to go after the male that is more um, passive and needs to be saved, needs someone to connect with and save himself from his own thoughts or from poor life choices, and just needs someone to open their mind. And that's always a good thing. But it seems that the Sun and Aries people always need to have a huge impact on people in any kind of relationships, whether it's personal relationships, friendships, work relationships, romantic relationships. So now, early on in the home life, the Sun and Aries person does take after the father or even both parents, but they want to learn from the mistakes, especially with interpersonal relationships. So if the mother was divorced and remarried a bunch of times, the Sun in Aries woman wants to make sure that she marries that one time and takes her time to find the right person. And the Sun in Aries man, kind of a similar thing there. He wants to be like his father, but he also wants to learn from his mistakes and develop his own personal viewpoint. This is not a sun sign where you can push your viewpoints on a person. You can't change these people. They are who they are. When pursuing a Sun and Aries person, it's okay to play a little hard to get. They actually like this. They view it as a competition or a challenge. Remember, Aries, that's a very athletic sign. They probably like sports or physical activity or competition of some sort. So that's not anything that would ever deter the Sun and Aries person away. And if you're too available or easy to get, that actually may turn them away. That would turn them off a little if you're too available. Even more so the case than a Venus in Aries or a Mars in Aries person. Yeah, so that's Sun in Aries, and in a little bit we're going to get into Mars in Aries. But yeah, that's the Sun in Aries, the basic Aries zodiac sign. It's a very passionate, fiery personality. Um, they do care more than people think, but it is definitely a personal sign where personal things are the most important things in their life. So yeah, now we can get into the Mars in Aries next. All right, now we're going to get into Mars in Aries. So Mars is in Aries is where Mars is at home, along with Scorpio. It's different than Scorpio, um, specifically with how it expresses its energy. Where Mars in Aries is more fast, aggressive, where Scorpio is more, holds on to hurt a lot longer, is deeper. They're both pretty intuitive, but Aries is definitely faster moving. Aries is definitely more athletic, needing physical stimulation, or Scorpio is more mental stimulation. So now, in relationships, well, first of all, let's go through what Mars is. Mars is action, um, physically responding to something. It's our vitality, it's our sex drive, our athletic ability, how we respond in anger. And now with Mars in Aries, it's a high sex drive, can burn out very quickly, and can get anxious quickly as well. So physical activity is definitely a release, and sports are a release. Anything active is a release, being outdoors and going for a run, going for a hike. Um, I myself am a Aries Mars, and it's at one of the last degrees, so just about 29 degrees of Aries. And I've definitely felt the effects of Mars in Aries. I'm also at Aries rising, so Mars has a significant effect on my daily life. So we're independent in the fact that we want to do a lot of things, but then also we burn out quickly, and that can be difficult. And when we burn out, we get headaches, we get real anxious, and then usually, if we do like a yoga class or go for a workout or play a sport, it definitely helps release a lot of tension. Very, we're very driven and get can start a task. It's about finishing the task. So there's a lot of excitement when there's something new, and this YouTube channel has been something I've wanted to do, and I've started like a couple times. Now I'm challenging myself to really see it through and finish it, and being consistent with posting videos daily or weekly, because that's such a Mars and Aries thing to do, is just start something, get really excited about it, and then just lose interest. Same goes for relationships. The quest to get someone you're interested in is a lot of fun and really exciting and really passionate. But if it loses its passion or you feel too comfortable, that's when we have a tendency to get bored. Very similar to Venus and Aries. That's why Venus and Aries and Mars and Aries people get along well, and Sun and Aries as well. Aries rising. Those people all kind of understand it, that archetype. So we can definitely get bored easily. So usually they work best with a person with a lot of fire. So one of the major personal planets in fire signs, a rising fire sign. Not so much for the outer planets, because the outer planets have less of an effect, and are more closer to being more generational than the personal planets. It's different than the moon in Aries, because moon in Aries people are very emotional, and the emotions kind of come and go. It's Mars and Aries is kind of similar, but because they can get really heated quickly and then they can forget about it. But the emotions are more stable. This all depends on your moon sign. But yeah, we can have a tendency to anger or get frustrated quickly. I have not noticed that myself all the time. I definitely have other aspects like moon in Scorpio and sun on the Aquarius Pisces cusp. Um, so I don't have the same kind of frustration that a Mars and Aries person with a moon or sun in Aries, or moon or sun in Leo or Sagittarius. But yeah, if you have those combinations, then you can get frustrated very quickly. And once again, another great outlet is going to be physical activity, whether it's playing a sport, working out, taking a fitness class or a yoga class. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Mars and Aries. They have a high drive when it comes to anything physical activity related. Um, they're best fit with someone who can take the burden off of them, because they don't want to give up the, all the independence and the burden to do 5 million things at once. So if they find someone who's happy to do that or almost volunteer taking the load off of them, it will be important with a relationship, whether it be friendship, work, or anything personal like a romantic relationship. Because they don't want to be the one to admit that they don't that they need help or they can't do it. So they really appreciate someone who will take that away from them. And they may not appreciate it at first, but down the road, they'll understand that it's best for them, because it's a very intuitive sign. People don't realize how intuitive Aries is. Definitely the most intuitive fire sign, arguably the most intuitive cardinal sign. It's really between Aries and Cancer. But Cancer really goes more with emotions rather than intuition. Yeah, so that's it for Mars and Aries. It's very fiery, passionate placement, but these people will constantly work on themselves. So um, they may be independent, but they're going to always want to improve. Well, thanks for tuning in again, guys. Had to do 2 placements in one video, so thanks for staying to the end. Those of you who did that. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll post the links below, as well as my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts. Trying to build this channel and what I do on social media. So please like, share, subscribe to all those social media platforms and here as well. And yeah, if you want to get the latest with the content I'm going to be putting out there, so definitely stay tuned. And tomorrow we're going to be doing start of Taurus, so it's going to be Mercury and Jupiter in Taurus. So definitely stay tuned. Thank you all. Hope you all have a great rest of your day.